down, one to go, and Electronic knows 9 seconds Charlie has to plan.
I sell it my wife for internet connection.
Hello everyone, this video was sponsored by Clear Substances, the kind that makes you do funny things when driving, shopping, working, and even walking. I pray that you all get to enjoy the wonders of Clear Substances. They truly make life worth living. But I deem it that you're in luck. Clear Substances are available virtually everywhere on this planet, and they come in countless shapes and sizes. Please do not begrudge yourself of this wonderful substance and all its alternatives at any time in any place. Allow me to introduce you to today's case. Counter-Strike Global Offensive is and has been one of the most popular shooter games of all time. Looking strictly at its player base since the release of the game, it is arguably the greatest. The player base has remained active for 13 years, the professional scene is huge, the maps are absolutely terrific pieces of shit, and the gameplay is fucking horrible. Hello everyone, we're gathered here today to gain a better understanding of what makes CSGO as unbearable as it is. Additionally, we will take a look at how Counter-Strike 2 can fix the problems at hand. The key factor to this is change. CSGO players are incredibly used to everything in and around the game. These gamers in question function on high levels of OCD and will most likely find it difficult when the stage changes.
You have a problem in your brain.
In this case study, the research and its results have been separated into the following chapters. Of course, the research done for this case study is completely unbiased and strictly contemplative. The player base is nothing short of fantastic. People really don't care about your rank. They don't care about your score in game. They do not care about your decision making, your game sense, communication skills. And they don't even really care about the attitude that you have towards them, because you will get flamed regardless. One of the very few things that is worth tolerating about this game is something the creators didn't do themselves. This speaks volumes. On August 22nd of 2012, Valve made the critical mistake of not pulling the plug on the game after its official release the day prior. The mechanics in this game are equal parts holy elf and dog water. Sometimes I feel like I'm compound buttering through my enemies so smooth. It is as if weak powdery snow goes on a speed date with the sun. While at other times the game is so choppy and stiff, it is as if I'm stuck in a 1930s concrete revolving door overdosed on Quaaludes. Hitting shots and getting kills feels as smooth as missing shots and getting killed feels terrible. For example, hitting that or that it's just chef's kiss on the lips, but getting railed with bullets feels like running in a night terror. My research found that general movement appeared to be consistent and quite fluid. Sometimes, however, the players forget that they cannot sprint. This is a common and unpersonal issue that has been confirmed through the results of a widespread questionnaire. In a community where such information will only be met with a I do not intend to share this explicit information outside of this video. My confidence has its limits. Counter-Strike Global Offensive counts 34 exclusive weapons, including, but not limited to, snipers, heavy machine guns, assault rifles, and London streetwear. This variety in weapons brings a unique touch to every game. During any stage of a competitive game, players adjust their loadout based on the following factors: the specific score of the game, the amount of money they have, their preferred play style, the habits and patterns of their teammates and enemies, the overall weapon distribution. Do not lie to yourself. You don't play by strategy because you care about your KDA too much. You don't check the state or the flow of the game because you're bad. You don't talk to your teammates, you flame them. Winning, elo, wasting precious time. Fuck off. If there is one thing that I learned after spending a copious amount of time studying the brains of CSGO mole rats, is that it's nerf for nothing. On top of that, a thing that I learned from my enlightening field studies is that no matter how good you are with the op, you are bad. Go into any free play 1v1 op match and see the results for yourself. Here's the results of an experiment I performed out on the field. The story goes like this. I was feeling a little confident, having done this in my previous match.
His democratic opponents, you know. Rapper and
oh my god, so you know what I did? I challenged an unseeming idiot to a 1v1 match in a map chosen by the will of the Lord, and the result was unbearable. This is soul crushing. Every shot sent me into shell shock. I aged 30 years in a 5-minute match. A mouse has a better chance of lifting your mom than me winning this game. I would recommend this to everyone. Research has shown that places where players have to fight to their deaths are not healthy environments. The cities and compounds the players find themselves in are barren and unkept. Due to this lack of care, the hygiene standards in these places are just slightly better than the cleanest place in Belgium. The players suffer heavy consequences due to the overexposure to their poor environments. Common reactions of overexposure to shit map design include, but are not limited to, Parkinson's, short temper, transient ischemic attacks, arteriosclerosis, arteriosclerosis. On average, these side effects prove to be lethal in a mere 40 to 50 minutes after initial exposure to brain-dead map design. But hey, we reap what we sow. To put these results to the test, I manually analyzed 300 lengthy scenarios played out in both the healthiest and unhealthiest environment the game has to offer. What I found was unsurprising, yet astonishing. The people who played in the environment which was objectively considered the worst of all tended to experience a crippling amount of harmful side effects. Compare this to the fine ladies and gentlemen who graciously dabbled in the finest of environments, who rarely suffered any negative consequences at all. This graph right here contains each possible side effect and shows the percentage of players that experienced the 12 presented side effects. The stunning difference in numbers speaks for itself. So next time, please be advised when selecting your stage. The Syndicate highly suggests Office, Inferno, and Nuke, and urges you to stay away from Italy at all costs. According to further studies, all other environments triggered inconsistent reactions, so attempting any of them is completely at your own risk. Please be careful. The results of the previous chapters are all dependent on the player input. Without player input, it is impossible to perform research on any topic within the game. What this means is that the choices made by the players ultimately determine the output of my research. And boiling this down, the following points seem to be the most important. Skill level. It seems that whenever a player is bad at the game, their actions tend to produce less lucrative results, whereas when a player is good at the game, their actions tend to produce a lack of sunlight and social life. However, my experience out on the field has shown that skill level is not an absolute factor for determining the results of a player's actions. I then decided to dedicate a portion of my research to an interesting phenomenon I came across when playing. This phenomenon is called luck. As it turns out, my opponents seem to be overflowing with luck, while I am starved and depraved like a hollow husk of a human. On top of that, I am very unlucky. For example, please burn this image into your memory. This is fucking bullshit. This can't be real. Compare that to what happened here. It is clear that the gods have favorites, but the streets know I don't miss. Therefore, these occurrences do not discourage me. They merely disappoint me beyond reasoning of life.
You are one spin away from $1 million gazillion dollars. Open that case. You will get that dragon lore. Just one more case.
True luck consists not in holding the best of the cards at the table. Luckiest is he who knows just when to rise and go home. This is absolutely true, and this is why true men gamble from the comfort of their own home. CSGO is the perfect stepping stone into online gambling. It teaches the fun of gambling from an early age, and it is perfectly legal. Just the sight of that rare special item shooting past my little middle line is riveting enough to go into the next case with high spirits. 400 MP7 armor cores, that's money in the bank. Gambling is by far the best, and with that, the only good thing about CSGO. Without gambling, CSGO would be an empty husk of its gambling self. I am confident that this game would be irrelevant without it. Fellas, this is the true definition of a pay-to-play game. Valve has at their hands the golden opportunity to redeem themselves from the horrors they unleashed upon their most loyal gamers. The raw data from my research states the following. The player base, as a collective, is on the spectrum. The key here is change. The players can't handle it as much as the game requires it. So what should Valve be doing? Change the aesthetic and nothing else. New shiny visuals is always a hit. New gameplay just ends up in shit. Inshallah. Fortunately, this is exactly what Valve is doing. Check out this trailer. Conclusion? Keep the fiends fiending and the gamblers gambling. And that is all I feel like writing at the moment. Special thanks to Al-Qaeda for being a huge inspiration to the basic principle of the game. Thank you for watching. I hope you learned something today. I am already busy working on my next case study. I'll see you in a few weeks.